Greetings, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. Today we're doing a prediction video for a playthrough of Pokemon Crystal with Umbreon. Umbreon is known as the Moonlight Pokemon. This is by far probably the coolest design of any evolution that there is. If you're looking at the screen here, the yellow one, the one with the yellow rings on it, is the actual real version, and the shiny version is the blue one. This is probably the best shiny by far I've seen so far in Generation 2 as well. So a lot of cool things with this Pokemon. It is a Dark type. This is the first generation where the Dark type was introduced. We're going to play through that, and I think it's actually our first Dark type Pokemon as well, so we're going to get a chance to try out that typing. Let's go on to the ins and outs of the Pokemon, see how good or bad we're going to do in this playthrough. First thing with this Pokemon, like I said, it is Umbreon. You level up with this if you have a high friendship with an Eevee, and it levels up at night, and it evolves. Now, there's another way it can be done in future games, but that's how it's done in Generation 2. Like I said, the Moonlight Pokemon, it's a Dark type, a Mono Dark type, medium fast growth rate. Let's go and look at the stats of this Pokemon. The stats are 95 HP, 65 attack, 110 defense, 60 special attack, 130 special defense, and speed of 65 for a grand total of 525. So this Pokemon is kind of the opposite of what Espeon was. Espeon had a very high special. Actually, the special defense wasn't bad with Espeon, so I won't say that. But low defense, low attack, and a decent speed, and an HP was okay. This Pokemon is a very defensive Pokemon. Now, there's upsides and downsides to that. If you're a good attacking Pokemon, you have the ability to knock things out without them attacking you back. So you run that possibility all the time. And if you're decently fast, you always go first, so you always have that capability. We are not super fast with this Pokemon. 65 is not horrible, but it's not great. So there's times we will not go first, but we do have great defense, so we can kind of withstand a battle. The only problem with that is the longer battles go on, things can go awry. It's the best way to put it. You can get paralyzed, you can get poisoned, you can get cursed, you can get put to sleep, you can get sand attack. There's so many things that can make a battle go south that opens up whenever you don't have the ability to just one-shot all your opponents or knock them out easily. And that's what's going to happen I predict with this Pokemon. I think this defense and special defense is great. And it's going to make us, prolong battles that we maybe we wouldn't like knock them out in one go, but we're also going to leave ourselves susceptible to that. And this Pokemon doesn't learn like Safeguard, or that would protect against those things. That'd be a great thing to have with this high defense and high special defense, but it does not. Let's go and go down to the type. So we attack most things normally, but we are weak to fighting and bug, and that's not really an issue. There's not a lot of bug moves in this game. There are some fighting moves, but I don't think we're going to have a huge issue with fighting, except for maybe Bruno. And we don't have Fairy type in this generation, so we don't have to worry about Fairy type. We are immune to Psychic type, so that makes one Elite Four member pretty much obsolete. And then Ghost and Dark type, that's going to help us against Morty's gym. So we got a lot of things going for us when it comes to this Pokemon. There's a lot of, typing's great. Now, here's the real problem with this Pokemon, is we don't have a great moveset. So we start off with Tackle and Tail Whip, every evolution does. And then we get Sand Attack at level 8, and then we get our first stab move, which is Pursuit. A 40 base power, 100% accurate move. With Stab, it is 60 base power. It's not a horrible move, don't get me wrong on that, but it's not great, and it doesn't get the best Dark move in this game. So it's really, really kind of frustrating and detrimental to this Pokemon, but it is what it is. Quick Attack, we get level 23, probably won't use it. Confuse Ray, we get at level 30. I think this will be very useful. So a lot of these battles where I think these things could happen, where we can get confused, or we can get put to sleep, or paralyzed, or have our accuracy lowered, or all these things, I think Confuse Ray is going to be our counter for that. I think Confuse Ray basically makes it so that Pokemon has a 50-50 chance of actually doing the thing they're trying to do, or hurting themselves. I think it's going to be very useful in a lot of battles. Feint Attack is the most powerful stab move we can get. It's 60 base power, it's 100% accurate. With Stab, it's 90. And we get Mean Look, Screech, and Moonlight. I will use none of those moves. Feint Attack is 60 base power. There is a move called Crunch. I don't understand why this Pokemon does not get Crunch. Crunch is the most powerful Dark move in this game. It's 80 base power, it's 120 with Stab. And it's a very good move. I don't know why this Pokemon doesn't get it, but we will cap out at our maximum damage dealing move at 60 base power. The only other thing we could do technically is you Hidden Power Dark, but we're not going to do Hidden Power Dark. We have a lot of things that we have to compensate for, so Hidden Power Dark would not be a great idea. Let's scroll down to our TM moveset. Headbutt will be added for a little bit. It's a physical move. It is our better attacking stat technically, so Headbutt will be used for a little bit. Curse is outlawed in my playthroughs. Toxic also won't get used. Zap Cannon could be used. I don't think I'm going to use it. There's some boomer busts with this, but we don't have a great special that's going to coincide with it, so it's not as useful with this Pokemon like it was with Espeon. Espeon had a really high special attack, but like using Zap Cannon like worked well with that special attack. We don't have a high special attack with this Pokemon. It's kind of low, so for the boomer bust it has, it's not even going to one-shot, I don't think, so it's not really useful in the battle it could be used in. Psych Up, not going to use. Now, Hidden Power. We have some choices. I'm going to go with Hidden Power Ice in this playthrough specifically, because I still need to get through Claire. I still need to get through Lance. So I don't think I want to go through anything else, because I don't have another powerful move. With Espeon, we had the opportunity that Espeon's Psychic was powerful enough to one-shot those things where ice moves were not mandatory. I think they're going to be mandatory. And I honestly, with this Pokemon's low special, I don't know if it's only even one shot with Hidden Power Ice, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, that's a thing. And we're going to go with Hidden Power Ice, and in the optimized playthrough we might find something better, but I think Hidden Power playthrough is going to have to be our best bet. Sunny Days, not going to use. We're not going to use Snore, Hyper Beam, Protect, Rain Dance, Endure, Frustration, Tail Whip. Return we will use. Return will probably be our go-to move for most of this game. Our best attack is physical. Return gets to a maxed out 102 with a badge boost, and with Pink Bow it could be pretty powerful. And with our physical attack stack, like I said, it's probably going to be our best move throughout most of this game. And as we scroll down, we get access to Psychic. Psychic will be useful. We can't really get it till the post game, so it's not useful at all against the Elite Four. However, it'll be very useful. It's a very powerful move. There's a lot of things, especially in Kanto, that are weak to it. So it'll be very useful there. Shadow Ball counters anything Psychic, so that'll be useful. We'll add it at a convenient point. It's not going to be something like with Espeon, we added it right away. We're not going to add it right away for this Pokemon. I can guarantee that. We're going to have to hang on to some other moves, and Shadow Ball will be inserted in when it's convenient and helps us out the most. Mud Slap probably will add just to have it on the moveset, but I doubt we'll use it very often. Double Team, not going to use. Swagger, not going to use. Sleep Talk. Swift will be added to replace Tackle for a short amount of time until Headbutt's added. Dream Eater, another Pokemon that can get it, but we have no way to put Pokemon to sleep, so we're not going to use it. Detect. Rest is a maybe. Attract, Nightmare, Cut, and Flash. So there's our level up moveset. I'm sorry, our TM moveset. And I'm just going to take a peek at the breeding moves, so it's the same as Espeon. Charm and Flail, horrible. Now Bite is really interesting, because with this Pokemon, Bite is a stab move. So instead of starting out with Tackle and then getting Flail, or getting Pursuit, we would start out with Bite and just forego having Pursuit at all. And this is to be more powerful. It would speed up the early game for sure. I don't think it's going to add any utility or value in the middle game. I guess technically if we outspeed it, it can make a Pokemon flinch, but so does Headbutt. So I don't know how much utility that'll add, but that's a problem for next week. So let's go back to the main slide, and we'll kind of just give a quick prediction. I don't think this is not going to be fast like Espeon. But Espeon blitzed through the game. It had a great special attack, and it just obliterated the game. I don't think this Pokemon's going to be very fast at all. I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be the slowest Pokemon ever, but I just see where we're going to have issues. We're going to have issues with Jasmine's Gym is going to be the first real issue, and it's not going to be too much of an issue. I think Confuse Ray will give us enough luck to get through the battle, but that's not going to be the same whenever we go and face Karen. Karen's going to be a huge problem with this Pokemon. She has the ability to do so much things to your team. Paralyze you, lower your accuracy, confuse you, curse you. There's just so many things that she can do. And if you don't have the ability to one-shot her or knock her out pretty quick, those things can stack up really fast, and a battle with her goes south extremely fast. So I predict her battle being the hardest and the worst. Maybe Koga could give you some problems, because you can knock him out and he has poison-type moves. However, I do think that most of the game will be okay. It's going to be around an hour and 20 minutes. I think it's going to be an hour around that. I just don't see how we're going to be able to get through those other problems in the game. Now, in the optimized playthrough, the beginning game will speed up, and I'll realize how much levels I need or don't need. So that'll help in the optimized playthrough, but we don't have that luxury in the first round. And we also have to face Bellsprout Tower. We have to face a bunch of things that we can kind of avoid in the second round. Yeah, I don't see a lot of things here. And in Red, I think Red's actually not going to be bad. We're weak to nothing Red has. So that's the first problem. First thing. Second, I actually think Confuse Ray will do a lot of things here. We can confuse Snorlax and give him the inability to hit us. We can confuse a lot of Pokemon and give them the inability to hit us. And we have a lot of bulk to take damage. And if we have the leftovers added, we're just going to keep adding back on health. Like I said, there's nothing there that's going to be super detrimental to us. So with that being said, I think about just under 2 hours is how I think we'll finish up with Red. But that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This video will come out on Friday. Like I said, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.